So the title of the video says enough, okay? I've seen a lot of people shit on the Facebook Metaverse since it released or the latest keynote, and I want to look at it from my own point of research. As much as I hate Facebook and Zuckerberg because he's an evil Jewish lizard, I do think the craft can get to some places, and I'll remain as objective as possible during the entire video. So one thing I do want to clarify is that the Metaverse doesn't mean like specifically the world Meta or Facebook, formerly Facebook, is working on, as different metaverses can be ran by different corporations or individuals. But in this video, I'll be looking at the Facebook metaverse, so the one which Meta and Zuck have been working on. And to make it easier, I'll just call this specific metaverse the Metaverse. So I assume if you're watching this video, you probably already saw some memes about the legless avatars or the shitty graphics of the metaverse. And it's terrible, dude. I do feel like too many people are strawmanning like the entire concept, but just, is the metaverse really an endless money pit that a lunatic Zuckerberg is putting all his cash on? Is the metaverse a shitty version of the Mii game you used to play on your Nintendo like 20 years ago? I do think it's a shitty version of the Mii game, but I don't think it's a money pit, okay? I do think that eventually Zuckerberg will break even or even make a profit out of this metaverse, but he needs some time, and I don't think people are really giving him some time. Like, I know it's really weird for me to defend Zuckerberg, but you have to just bear with me, okay? Give me some time and I'll explain to you. So for starters, a lot of people have been using Meta's 70% drop in stock price. I think by now, like recording this video, it's like 74% or 73%, I don't know. But like since the start of the year, Meta's stock price has dropped 70%. That's the lowest it's been in a really long time. People really like to use this chart of Meta to highlight the downfall of the company without realizing one very crucial reason behind this whole shit show. And that is that, Facebook, so the company Facebook, used to be a blue chip stock. A blue chip stock is really non-volatile, really stable stock. You can invest a lot of money in, and you might not really make a lot of profit short term, but like on the long term, you're probably almost 100% certain you're gonna get a profit because it's a really stable stock that only keeps going up. But Meta as a company, it's not Facebook, but Meta has been changing for the last couple of years, but it's the biggest turnaround yet. Facebook used to be an advertising company. They made most of their revenue from serving you personalized ads, and developers like Apple thought, fuck you Zuckerberg, I'm gonna introduce privacy aware features. So they introduced shit like do not track. Basically, do not track is a way of, when you open a website for the first time, you get a lot of cookie pop-ups that you can like deny or accept, and you have to go through like every single one of them. If you want to deny them, you have to like untick all of the boxes. And do not track, the do not track button basically did all of those shitty things for you because developers like making it really hard for you to deny all those cookies. But Apple thought, I'm gonna make it really easy for my users. I'm just gonna give them one button, and with that they deny all tracking. And it worked. Facebook had taken a very large hit in their advertising revenue, and other developers really followed suit. It's become a standard to have that feature, and it's become really easy for a lot of people to deny that tracking, which has made it really hard for Zuck to serve you personalized ads, which makes it really hard for him to make revenue. But Zuckerberg took a leap of faith. He renamed the company Meta last year or the year before, I don't know, and he made it a virtual reality company. So it might seem weird to say it, but a lot of people haven't stood still at the thought. Okay, Meta is a virtual reality company. It's not a fucking social media platform. It's not an advertising company anymore. Well, it's not to that degree an advertising company anymore. Right now, it's a virtual reality company. So why is the stock price dropping? There's plenty of virtual reality companies out there that are making a profit. Investors like stability. They like being static, and they don't really enjoy big surprises. And Meta right now is literally all surprises. It's very much in its early stages, but it's like a reboot of the company, And a lot of investors don't like that. They just want the fucking stable things, They want to feed their wives and kids. They want to profit, They don't want to take risks. That's the reason why Meta's stock price has been dropping a lot. They just have to find new investors who suit their audience, and they are willing to invest in stocks like virtual reality companies. And the current investors are all old boomers, which are like, oh hell yeah, Facebook, I love Facebook. Oh my god, this price is gonna keep going up. I'm gonna get rich, Facebook to the moon. But those are all old people. They don't like this new shit, and they're gonna leave. So Meta right now is looking for new investors, and it's I think a lot of people will buy into it because right now the stock price is like really low. I think it dropped below $100 a share. So I do think soon there will be a lot of new investors who actually are here for the new company and not Facebook. And even if you look at Meta's tech, okay, so the Meta Quest Pro recently released. They also talked about that in the keynote, and it got really impressive specs. It got 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. It beats pretty much any competitor out there, you know? It has multiple lenses which are capable of full facial tracking, and it comes with those two Joy-Con thingies, I don't know like how you call them, but they track your hands with impressive accuracy. I mean, I'll never fucking buy it though. Remember that full facial tracking I talked about like 2 seconds ago? Yeah, the Metaverse isn't all cool, rad, futuristic tech, but it's also Zuckerberg's new dystopia, and they track your eyes to serve you personalized ads. I'm not kidding. They track your eyes to serve you personalized ads. So, you know, if that bothers you, you know, at all, you know, it's not just a small issue, but if that bothers you, you might run into several problems with the Meta Quest Pro, but who gives a shit, dude? It's just your eyes. Who cares, dude? Privacy's dead. Let's just go, dude. Just oh yeah, and the price tag. That's also a really big problem. You're paying $1,500 to get your eyes tracked. So I do think that the tech will become cheaper in a few years, or at least we'll have different budget ranges. Like we'll have the MetaQuest, the MetaQuest Pro, the MetaQuest Pro Max, the MetaQuest Pro Dildo Max 2056, Golden Edition, Founders Edition, fucking signed by Mark Zuckerberg, and it got like a bit of his ass cheek hair on it too. But for now, we only have the MetaQuest Pro, and it's really expensive. You also have the MetaQuest 2, but you know, who the fuck buys old tech? Fuck that. Um, Also, the usage of the MetaQuest Pro right now, it'd probably be more for AR rather than VR. So VR is virtual reality and AR is augmented reality, or like Zuckerberg likes to call it mixed reality, which is actually a pretty good term for it because the MetaQuest Pro has like the see-through or overlay features built into it, and it kind of serves like smart glasses. You just put it on and you have like your everything, like your real life view, maybe with a bit you're seeing it through the glasses, so the quality will probably be a bit less, but I've heard that the quality is really good, so you won't notice that much. MKBHD released this video, you should probably be seeing it right now. So he put on the glasses and he has his normal real life laptop, and then the MetaQuest Pro added 3 virtual screens as his cool VR overlay, and it basically helped him, you know, be more efficient because technically you have 3 screens, but in real life you only have one. They're gonna use it for shit like that. It's like really fancy smart glasses. But in the future, I do think that virtual reality will take more and more of that popular spot, you know, the spotlight, and it will become more and more important. But right now, for daily usage, I do think mixed reality is a more common usage most normies will be going for. Also, Meta dropped a few partnerships, so they have this really random partnership with Ray-Ban. I don't know why the fuck Ray-Ban, like they're gonna revive Google Glasses basically. Okay, I'm not gonna give it any fucking, I'm not gonna try and shill it. Okay, I'm not a shill, but yeah, Ray-Ban just wants to revive Google Glass. That's it. Like they got this cool overlay thingy, blah blah blah. You can take pictures, you can post it to Instagram, all directly on your Ray-Ban smart glass. Starting now at $3,000. There's no price tag, but that's probably it's gonna be ridiculously expensive, like any Ray-Ban. And I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna even try to shill it because it's useless. Okay, let's skip this. Also, they got a partnership with Zoom. That's pretty cool. You know, virtual meetings, really cool. It would be more useful 2 years ago, but still, Zoom is pretty useful. Everybody uses it. Well, some people still use it. And now comes like the big fish. Okay, they got a partnership with Microsoft, and Microsoft, you know, they're like all over the place. They got Office, they got games, they got Xbox, they got fucking meetings, they got Microsoft Teams. So all of these things are going to be integrated into the Meta Quest Pro. And please keep in mind, Microsoft and Meta partnering up. Those are two of the biggest tech companies out there, like in the world. And sure, big corporations are evil. So if two of them start working together, you know they really see an evil potential in this. I do think that Meta and Microsoft are onto something here. Another thing that caught my eye during the keynote is the fact that we'll finally have legs. Okay, I'm kidding. I couldn't even like fake happy yes there. If you're a fellow me hater, you'll be glad to hear that Meta is going to drop some pretty spooky realistic avatars will be made using your face scan. They literally scan your full face using the facial built-in scanners in the MetaQuest Pro, and they'll make a really accurate depiction of your face. That's impressive technologically, but it does worry me, and I think that's pretty, I don't know, it's a bit worrying. But that perfectly segues me to the next part. We talked about the profitability of Meta, we talked about the cool tech they released, but you must remember one thing. No matter how much they change the name, business strategy, policies, anything, Facebook is still evil. The only reason Zuckerberg invested so much into this metaverse is because he either sees very big revenue or world dominance. Like I said before, the MetaQuest Pro will track your eyes to serve you personalized ads. Those hyper-realistic avatars you make using your face scan will definitely not be on your cool avatar, you know. It will totally not be sent to advertisers, it will totally not be sent to other companies. It's just gonna be used for your cool avatar, bros. But yeah, Meta controls the entire virtual reality industry right now, besides Microsoft and reportedly Apple. And you know, I guess you could count Sony. There will be no real competitor. Meta bought a lot of these virtual reality studios. They own a shit ton of them. Even like other companies are starting to hire Metaverse chiefs. I don't know what the fuck Metaverse chiefs are, but they're a thing that's being hired. Companies are starting to adapt to the future too. So to conclude this all, I do think that Meta's mixed reality will take off in a few upcoming years. So that's the AR part of Meta. And in the long term, I also do think their VR part is gonna like get onto the big stage. It looks really promising. Sure, Horizon World is dead, but I wanted to know, even though I do not think that Meta's project will do good for humanity, I do think it will be a success. I'd be more glad to be wrong than right, but I'm playing devil's advocate here, and Meta right now is really advancing the VR industry as a whole. So that's maybe that's a good thing that we're advancing the VR industry. But a monopoly isn't good, and it's definitely not good if that's Facebook running that whole monopoly. And that's basically it. Yeah. So I'd like to hear your opinions about the metaverse in the comments, or you can just DM me on Discord or something. But I'd like to hear your opinions about it because I do think that the metaverse will be something interesting, and I want you to keep in mind I'm not a fucking shill. I'd be more than happy to hear the metaverse has failed. It will be doing way more good for humanity than if it actually developed into something big. That's the video, you know, smash that blue like button. Dislike it if you dislike it. I'll find you, I'll kill you. And subscribe to me, please. I need subscribers, I need revenue, I have got kids to feed, I got a family to feed. And that's it.